What is good, fellas? Patriarch Panda here, and hair's a wee bit messy, still got the hood up. And Jesus Christ, what happened last night? Am I right or am I right, lads? Marvel announced a new fighting game, Marvel Tokon fighting game, and the insane thing is, no Capcom involved whatsoever. Like, what the? What? Arxis is developing it? By far one of the best creators in terms of creating an amazing visual fighting game. So I'm like, it's in safe hands. But I feel like there's a bunch to talk about. For example, what's the game gonna have? And what is the game, like, going to functionally play like? We're well aware it's 4v4, which has never been done before for a tag fighter. But what makes it stand out besides that factor? And I feel like there's a lot to talk about. If you guys enjoy this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and check out the new membership system as it helps support me. But yeah, let's get into it. I want to dive into this. First thing to note is the visuals. Oh my god, does it look stunning, man. Arxis always kill it with their fighting games. Either sprite, 3D models, or in this case, just looks great. It looks great. And of course, because it's Arxis, it's gonna have some crazy designs. For example, Cap here rocking some mad casual, but like Captain America looking style, bro. He's probably gonna be the solid bad guy in the game with that type of fit on. I can already tell he's gonna be the mad aggressive one. And he has a shield block parry. And in terms of the tools for the characters, they all seem extremely varied, with some characters having weird jump attacks, throws, parries, supers, dodges. It does appear that the game's gonna have a good chunk of variety between all the characters, but I'm still sitting here whereas Hulk and Thor, where's my grapplers, you know what I mean? The other thing to note as well is that they've shown off a bunch of the game's systems, so you can see that there's a tag system, there's a crossover system which lets you go between characters, there's a wall break system that's probably going to let you cash out for big damage. It looks insane. Like, there's so many mechanics to the game that actually stand out and look visually fun and have cool offense. There's even like this big anti-air that lets you do air juggles from what we saw. So there's gonna be a bit of Marvel in there, but no Capcom. No Capcom, no deck, no balls. Another thing to note, they talked about this in the interview, is that they want to aim to bring face characters, as in characters that people recognize, but also have certain characters for design and essentially playstyles. So they're probably gonna get some of the more popular ones for certain playstyles, so I'm gonna assume for the grappler, the big boy, gonna have to be Hulk, gonna have to be Thor. And for someone that's more of a rush down, offensive, go wild crazy, it might be Star-Lord. But then again, we saw him use a bunch of guns in the trailer and a bunch of dodge attacks. It may potentially be a zoner with good movement. Again, welcome back, Marvel. In this interview as well, they also talked about motion inputs. That's right, it's gonna be a tag fighter that keeps the motion input, so I was kinda happy about that, because that's a thing that I enjoy as a fighting game player. I like execution. I like a challenge. That's why we play these games. That's why we play games. If we wanted baby game, we'd go play like Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So I'm happy with that. Keep the motion inputs, at least you have like on-the-fly execution mixed with your decision making. So I'm a big fan of that, compared to 2XKO not having it. I am looking forward to 2XKO. I'm playing this at the same time. But I can tell which one's gonna have the bigger audience. You've already confirmed that there's a bigger roster just by the official launch trailer showing off 8 people. Then 2XKO showing off 7 after 2 betas. That's scary. Their max character's gonna be 10. Like, how in a tag fighter? How do you fumble that? It makes you wonder what type of characters are coming. Like, there's so many on the table. Like, there's a statue here, show some of the Avengers, so maybe it makes sense of bringing Black Widow. She's kind of like a given nowadays for the Avengers as well. Gotta see some Hawkeye. Would love to see Taskmaster. Would love to see Deadpool. You know, those are characters that we'll all be excited for. Or maybe Venom, you know. Give us some bad guys. We see Doctor Doom there. Maybe some Doctor Strange, you know. I would love to see what Arxis does with this game, because visually it's going to look absolutely stunning, and their designs are going to be fun to look at. I mean, look at this Doom fit, bro. Look at this Doom, bro. He looks so cool. My next question has to be, will DC at least clap back? Because there's no way you release multiverses and it dies, and like...
Roll the windows up. What's going on? Roll the windows up, hurry! It fucking crashed! He's broke, he's homeless, he's gonna try to ask for money.
Come on, DC. Like, Marvel's outdoing you in everything right now. They're dropping games left, right, and center. their movies are just better. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm not even into the whole, like, DC Marvel thing, right? I couldn't give a damn. I like watching a good movie, simple as. And I'm just sat here like, come on, man. You gotta stand up for yourself, bro. How do you have Batman and Superman? And, like, you're getting washed right now. You're getting washed. I mean, I'm looking for the Superman movie. He's gonna be the GOAT for sure, but Jesus Christ. An interesting thing to note about the blog post is that Arxis says that you only really need to master one character to really play this game out. And my idea is that I started thinking, it's like, well, how's the health bars gonna work? Do the characters die? Is it like a usual tag fire where it's like everyone has their own individual health bar? Or is it one shared health bar where you can play as one character, focus that one character, and then you have access to your free tags? Because if so, that would be actually quite insane if you think about it, because you sit there, you think about like 3v3 tag fighters, right? You think like Marvel vs. Capcom, and you're like, you can kill someone and assist is gone. But in this case, if you kill someone, they are gone. And if so, how does the health work? If that's the case, is there health advantage? Is there health disadvantage? Should we be looking at Team of 3 as a reference for this game? There's a lot to consider on the bag. Like, if it's 4v4 and we only really need to master one character, and there's also going to be simple inputs for the people that, like, don't want to learn it, which is fair enough. It's curious. It really has me curious. It's like, what do they mean by this? Is this it's going to be a 1v1 game with free tags? Because, like, that's the only thing I can think of. And I can't wait to see what the tag mechanics are about, because it looks like there's a dust system that lets you do air combos that you can maybe set up tags for. And then there also appears to be, like, the wall break system. Then there's this crossover system. I don't know. There's a lot to impact, indeed. Yeah. There's a ton to impact. And in terms of characters, you could definitely... You can't really tell who's who right now, right? I can tell Star-Lord's a bit of a rushdown with that jumping that he's got. Tell it's Iron Man, he's going to have to be a zoner, right? It's Iron Man, and he's got the Hulkbuster and everything. Cap, he's got to be the well-rounder. Ghost Rider, maybe a bit of a mid-range fighter, but has some up-close nasty offense, if I had to guess. Doctor Doom, looks like he's an absolute menace. Has a bit of a slow walk, so maybe a bit of a big neutral big boy, if you know what I mean, where he's got the long-reaching projectile tools, long-reaching pokes, and he has to mess about with the opponent to get it. Miss Marvel, she does look pretty cool, being a bit stretchy. Maybe she'll be the grappler, considering this pose. Got the big hands, which, you know what, wouldn't mind. Take me away from the big boys, right? Take me away from the big fellas. I've played too many of them. Also, very interesting thing to note is that the game was shown off for Japanese voice acting, which was something that kind of caught me off guard. As we do know, if it's done in the Marvel games that tends to come out, they do tend to get made in other countries, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom made in Japan, this game made in Japan, and then you've got Marvel Rivals with a dev team both within America and in China. So it was kind of interesting to see the game wasn't dubbed in English, but shown off in Japanese first. So I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. I'll probably put it in the English just because I'm used to Marvel voices. But who knows, maybe. If someone's got that Soul Bad Guy voice, maybe, who knows. Storm looks amazing as well. I absolutely love her, but I don't think I'm in the player just due to the fact that it's a zoner, and those don't really mess with me, right? Too complex, too complex. Then I see Spider-Man, and I'm like, okay, this game's gonna be hype. You know, you've got Spider-Man, he's got like Spidey senses where you'll either parry or avoid projectiles. That's pretty fun, that's pretty slick. So the characters, again, they all look they've all got a ton of variation to them. And you can only theory craft who's going to show up, you know? It's like you can sit there and go like, who's the most popular? Who do you want to show up? And I don't know, personally. I don't know. If I'm sat there being honest with you, I would love to see Thor, I'd love to see Hulk, but I have no idea who I want in this game besides that. And I begin to think, isn't this 4 characters? Can you maybe do team-ups? I think that would be a cool idea, like tag supers. Like, if you've got so many characters, why not, right? Like, if you're sitting with Peter Quill, you know, Star-Lord, then... And if there's another Guardian in the Galaxy, then it makes sense. So I kind of hope that a game has that type of factor where the supers are like something that can change depending on the team. I feel like that would be such a good thing to have because it creates so much variation when you're like, well, I want to rock this team because I'm going to have this super that does that, right? Like Marvel Rival team-ups. I feel like that would be a great idea to kind of add some variations to the team. It can cause some weird metas, but this is a tag fighters. Like, balance is supposed to be effed up. There's no such thing as balance in a tag fighter, let's be real. That's what makes tag fighters so goddamn good. One thing I want to see before the game even launches is definitely pricing. What the mode's going to be like. Is it going to be a good PvE game? Is there going to be some casual content? Because that's how you keep the casuals. That's how you make them buy the games. How many characters are going to be in the roster? When we get betas? That's everything I would be looking towards before even wishlisting this game. Is like, what type of information are we going to have available? Because you don't want to throw your cash towards something that looks great, ends up being a complete waste of money. But besides that, visually it looks great and it looks like a pretty solid fighting game. I cannot wait until it launches because I need a bit of fresh air, bro. I thought I was looking forward to Fatal Fury, and I was, definitely, but like, the meta feels a bit stale, and the game doesn't feel like it's made for the audience. It feels like it's made for the competitive players, which is quite sad to see. Very sad to see. And you know, I've been playing Strive all my life. I need a bit of a break, and Tekken is still a bit funky right now, that's for sure. So yeah, with 2x scale coming up, this game coming up, bunch of games like this, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. But like, who knows how this all breaks away? Who knows? I have no idea. But I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out. Hope you guys like and sub and all that good stuff. And that's me, Patriarch Panda, signing out as I'm working on the next grappler video. But yeah, peace out. See ya.